A plan to annex thousands of acres of farmland in southeast Fresno continuing to draw stiff opposition from the community. What project concerns people are now speaking out about and what developers behind the plan are proposing to replace that farmland.
A Kern County ICE facility is now pushing back against a class action lawsuit filed by several detainees. How officials who work there are now responding to claims of mistreatment at the facility.
President Trump's recent signing of a bill to release thousands of pages of the Epstein files is not without its controversy.
Keep the pressure up, pressure to make sure the documents are released in their entirety and not warped by a corrupt DOJ, who's hell-bent on hiding the truth, bending the law, and protecting Trump.
Hear why some supporters of the bill are again raising concerns that the president may be trying to delay the release of the files.
And we got rain on the way for sure. Yeah, it'll be here in just a little while here, but we're also keeping an eye on some fog out there this morning. We'll let you know where to expect fog, and we're also going to keep track of these rain totals as well.
You're watching Fox 26, and now, great day.
And we begin this hour with a live look at China Peak right now. A beautiful shot right now, and they probably could be expecting something as far as snow, but we'll let Justin explain that in just a bit because, as he mentioned, some rain is on the way. Good Thursday morning. I am Carl Cook.
I'm Christina Rodriguez. Liz Gonzalez is off today.
And I'm Justin Willis. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, China Peak looking nice and wintry up there. That was all the snow from the last storm that came through, and they're going to get a few more inches up there with the storm that's coming through today.
Got to add that beauty to it.
Yeah, it does, and we're looking forward to them opening, I believe, next weekend.
I believe, yeah, they said the 28th will be the opening day.
Yeah, we're getting there, but today, well, we got rain for the valley floor. Let's take a look and see what's going on right now. Current conditions, well, yeah, the rain's starting to get into Madera County. Got a tiny bit working its way into the Fresno area at the moment here, but this will change throughout the day. We are expecting a lot of rain across the valley here, most of us anyway. Let's take a look and see what the temperature is outside right now. Well, it is 50 degrees. Those rain clouds are already getting in, and winds are at 3 miles an hour. Dew point at 46. All right, here's the rest of your day. At 10 a.m., yep, it should be raining pretty good by that time. 52 degrees at that time, 53 at noon, and at 5. The rain will back off towards the end of the day. It should be about 4 or 5 o'clock. Things will kind of stop for us with that rain. But it is quite a bit for some places. In fact, we're going to get a look at your maximum rain totals. Also, we're going to see where that fog is shaping up.
A public hearing on a major housing proposal filled nearly every seat at Fresno City Hall. The city is planning to annex 9,000 acres of farmland for 45,000 new homes in southeast Fresno. At the start of the hearing, there was a back and forth exchange of questions and answers between the city's planning commission and the developers presenting the housing plan. The project plan on the table is called the Southeast Development Area, or SEDA. Following the Q&A, the floor was open to the community to weigh in, and out of the entire room filled with concerned community members, only 2 people voiced support for this plan. The rest opposed it. Now here's what a few people had to say.
This is probably the best plan that Fresno's ever developed. I think it could be really a benefit to the whole city and a draw for people from other parts of the state to move to Fresno. And it's only 12 minutes from downtown. So I think there's more benefits by far than costs, and the fears of some people are probably overblown.
I was very happy to see an alternative to, and that was discussed tonight, the consolidated business park alternative.
We're pissed about the lack of transparency about its financing, its phasing, its environmental impacts, its feasibility, and it's a total departure from the responsibility.
$61 million price tag could be used downtown and in the west area, southwest Fresno, and Chinatown. We can build the housing we need inside the city we already have, and we should be reinvesting in the neighborhoods where people already live, work, go to school, and pay taxes. We must prioritize our communities that have been promised improvements again and again, and yet we're still waiting. We don't need a shiny new project with a big price tag. We don't need more sprawl. We're living in the sprawl and seeing its detriments.
I'm telling you, a lot of what you're hearing is total baloney.
Results of SEDA plan is that it results in a loss of over 6,000 acres of prime farmland, some of the most productive farmland in the world. This plan will take away the livelihood of many small family farmers and eliminate connected with agriculture. Once the farmland is covered in housing, it will never be brought into production.
There was a total of about 4 hours of public comment on the controversy surrounding this plan. Those presenting the housing plan say that it'll pay for itself, but many question that claim. A major concern was about who will cover the cost for important city services like police, fire, and even road repairs. They point out that these costs aren't being considered, stating the developers won't be paying for it, the taxpayers will. The Fresno City Planning Commission will continue reviewing the proposal before making any recommendation to City Council. And with Thanksgiving now just a week away, one food bank once struggling to keep its shelves stocked, now overflowing with donations. Managers at Hannibal House, a thrift store and social service center in Sanger, have been hard at work to make sure people like Blanco never go hungry. But they also say it's been hard filling the need. This is what the pantry at the food bank looked like on Friday, but now the shelves, they tell a different story. For the community, the generosity is more than food, it's hope.
Not everybody can pull through during these times, you know, and it's very important for the community to come together and help each other out in these hard times of need. It's okay to receive help. Don't be embarrassed. We all go through hard times and struggles.
And Hannibal House is still accepting donations. For those who love thrifting, all the purchases from the thrift shop are going straight back to the community. And we have a link over on our website so you can donate. Hannibal House also holds food donations once a month. And on Saturday, the Fresno Mission and Central California Food Bank will host a community gathering, offering meals, turkeys, coats, and engaging activities for families. Their goal is to collect 4,500 coats to distribute at this event, and they need the community's help. Right now, they're over 1,000 coats short. The most needed sizes are men's small and medium, and children's coat sizes 4T and under. If you're able, please drop coats off by tomorrow at Fresno Mission City Center on Dakota Avenue. Every coat you give becomes a moment of warmth, dignity, and hope for someone who needs it.
It's 5:06 now, and we're starting off with the fog tracker because it's starting to pick up a little bit right now. Hanford, Lemoore got 4 miles of visibility right now, and things picking up in parts of Fresno County. Looks like a little further south there, maybe towards like the eastern area could be picking up there. We'll keep an eye on this for you this morning. No advisories on the dense fog just yet or any delays that we know of, but we will keep you posted on all of that. But in the meantime, if there is fog where you are, please slow down, drive safe out there if there is fog where you are. All right, on to what's happening the rest of today. Cold front moving through, getting our temperatures well below normal. We're supposed to be about 63 for our afternoon high. We're going to be 10 degrees below that today. Low pressure also moving in and going to start pushing in a good amount of moisture into our area. This is coming in from the Gulf of Alaska, so it's going to be a very cold system, but it's also going to be very fast. It's going to move through pretty quick here. Let's track that for you. Here we are about 5 a.m. This hour is what we're looking at right now with a little bit of precip already starting to pick up in parts of the North Valley, and especially in the Bay Area there. But as we get throughout the rest of the morning here, we'll start to see things pick up in the Fresno area. And it looks like it's going to be kind of an off and on situation, but it's going to be enough at times that we'll see a good amount there. Looks like it's going to get pretty heavy in the South Valley there about early afternoon there, kind of hanging on there at least through the evening hours, starting to break up overnight with snow hanging on. Look at how heavy the snow is going to get there up in those higher elevations there. We could see up to maybe 1.5 feet, maybe up at Tioga Pass, could get close to that anyway. And maybe a little bit of a rebound overnight, about the overnight hours. Might see a little bit more rain picking up there for us, which means we'll likely wake up to some wet roads tomorrow morning there. But otherwise, we're going to be done with the rain for the valley by that time, with all of it kind of hanging out in Southern California and the desert regions there. Snow will be hanging on in the high Sierra at that time. And then we're good to go for a while, not really expecting rain for about another week or so, probably next weekend, if anything. All right, one advisory with what's going on today. Winter weather advisory for the Sierra Nevada mountains there. This is going to be in effect until tomorrow morning at 10 there. And you can kind of see it starts where this jagged white line is there and then goes up into the higher elevations on that. Some places could see about a couple inches of snow at the lower elevations where that advisory is concerned, but a little bit more than that higher up. And here are the totals here. These are the maximum that we're expecting in a lot of places here for the Central Valley and up in the foothills and mountains there, about 1/4 of an inch tops is what we're expecting out of that. Likely going to be less. Los Banos maybe a 1/10 of an inch there. For snow, 15 inches expected up at Tioga Pass. China Peak could get another 4 inches today, and then maybe just a couple inches at Shaver Lake and Sequoia National Park for snow. Temperature-wise, here's what we're looking at today. On top of the rain, it's going to be 53 degrees out there, very cold. Tomorrow we get back up into the upper 50s with a 57. Winds picking up though Saturday up to about 15 miles an hour at times, and we'll be back into the 60s, closer to normal there. And your overnight lows will be in the 40s. Up next, we'll get a look at your highs and lows across the rest of the San Joaquin Valley.
Important economic reports are set to be released this morning. Why missing data now has many Federal Reserve officials reluctant to cut interest rates during next month's meeting. And a live look now at downtown Truckee, close to Lake Tahoe, where things are pretty quiet. Oh, we're getting another view right now. Still got some wet roads, though, and things are still pretty quiet over there in downtown Truckee. Time now is 5:10 and 32 degrees there right now. You can find new headlines in the weather forecast on your screen all morning long, even through the commercial break.
Hi, I'm Monty Torres with Fox 26 News on YouTube. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel, where we have loads of great content for you to choose from. And while you're here, why not click on the subscribe button right here? That way you can stay in touch with all the latest breaking news, everything news related within the Central Valley. And thank you for watching.